Greetings, dear ones. My name is Ishtara. So what wants to be shared today is this energy of change and transformation, which is on high alert at this moment in time on the planet. There's much question and concern about what's going on, how's change happening, what's going to be the result of it. How am I supposed to, as an individual, be involved and engaged with this? What's my role? What's my part? And the message today is really about a way you can make profound energetic movement that can lead to change. As you understand the nature of the universe. So as you are aware, this nature of the universe is ever expanding, ever changing. It's growing. It's dynamic. It's never stagnant. And you yourself are a universal being. You could say, well, actually, I'm an earth being. I'm a human being. And you're having an experience as a human being. Yes, you are. And your consciousness seems to be fairly rooted in this dimensional reality. And that makes sense. And yet at your core, you are a universal being. So that means at your core, your foundational energy is the same as the universe. It's ever-changing, expanding, growing, dynamic. And then you come and you have this incarnated experience. And yes, there's density. Yes, there's limitation. But the foundational assumption here will be that you're in the right place at the right time, having the right experience as an incarnated being. And yet, as you're awakening and you're in your process of ascension, what you're wanting to do is replicate your universal beingness inside the space of your human beingness. And one of the best ways to do this is by constantly reminding yourself and bringing yourself into vibrational alignment with the universal beingness of you versus the human beingness of you. So what does that mean? So let's look at this strictly in the form of energetic flow. Your universal beingness is aligned with the universal field. It is, again, expanding, growing, dynamic. There's a lot of change, and it's uplifting, expansive. Now, not all of your human experiences feel that way. There are a lot of human experiences that feel contracting, withdrawing. The energy feels like it's pulling inward. So if you imagine yourself feeling afraid or angry or in a field of judgment or criticized or being critical, I mean, these are just some examples of a contracting field of energy. And there's a variety of human experiences where you can say, in this experience, my energy field is contracting. You don't feel as good. You might feel withdrawn. You might feel depressed, sad, worried, concerned, anxious. If you feel the energy of those experiences, and everyone's had them, who's come into this dimension, you can feel the contracting nature of that energy. So what you know in that moment, not from a judgmental point of view, but from an energetic flow point of view, you're moving in the energetically opposite direction from the universal flow. So you say, well, Ishtara, yeah, I don't want to feel the contraction. I want to feel the expansion, but I don't know how to get there because look at all these circumstances in my life. Look at what's happening. Look at what my history is. Look at what my future looks like. I don't know how to move into that expanded place. I like the idea of it, but I have no idea how to get there. So here are a couple of suggestions that will be wonderful for you. If in those moments where you feel more of the contractive energy, how you can turn it around and begin to feel more of the expansive energy. And anytime you feel an expansive energy field, you know that you are lining up more with the flow of the universe. So if one can, in any given moment, regardless of how you're feeling, if you can say to yourself, I'm aware, you can tune into yourself and actually ask yourself, does my energy field feel contracting or expanding? You're going to know. So if it's contracting, number one thing to do is begin to, number one, choose to visualize your energy field expanding, moving this way, outward. And one of the easiest ways to do it is with your breathing. So as you breathe in, visualize, even if you're imagining it, your energy field expanding. And then let your breath out again. And then breathe in and continue to stay with this, breathing in and out, feeling your energy field expanding. So this is not based on the conditions of your life. This is only based on you looking at my energetic field. Is it going in or out? I want to relate more to my life as a universal being and be aligned in that outwardly flowing, very dynamic energy. I'm not feeling it right now. So with my breath and with my energy awareness, I'm going to open myself up more. And do that for a few moments and notice how you feel. Then, if your attention gets drawn to the circumstances of your life and you feel yourself moving into an inward flow of energy, try to stay out of judgment against yourself, because judgment is another inwardly flowing energetic field. And just use your breath and your visualization of the energy flow outward. And practice that. Do it often. Okay? That's number one. Number two is this. And these go together, by the way. Number two is this. Conclusions versus questions. When you're in a place of conclusion, your energy is very clear, it's fixed, and it's stable, correct? One could even say, I hit a wall or I'm at a dead end if you want. But the idea of the energy in a conclusion is, this is good, this is bad, those people are good, they're bad, whatever it might be. Anytime you've made an absolute about anything, you know the energy is fixed and immovable, correct? And yet, when you know as a universal being, you are a dynamic being, you are in a flow, you're evolving, you're constantly changing. How do you move yourself from saying, this is a bad situation I'm in the middle of, I'm stuck, my karma's bad, these are my experiences, so I'm stuck here and I can't change, or they're stuck and they can't change, whatever it might be. One of the easiest ways to get yourselves out of the conclusions, which you know is a more stagnant energy field, is through the experience of asking open-ended questions. Open-ended questions mean I don't have to have an answer to it right now. I'm just asking a question, because when you're in a field of asking a question, what you know, whether or not you have an answer to it, is that you're open to a new experience, something else coming in. You're open to change or you're open to choice. as you ask a question. Questions are dynamic energy movers. They do not require an answer, because very oftentimes an answer gets back into conclusion energy. So if you are wanting to create some change for yourself, begin opening up and asking yourself open-ended questions. So let's go back to the scenario where you might feel that contractive energy. Maybe you're sad, you feel stuck, you feel depressed, you feel uncertain. You can begin to change into an outward flow of energy, replicating the universal flow by saying, I wonder how I could feel better in this moment, even if nothing changed. I wonder what can come into my awareness that I wasn't even sure of before. I wonder how I can be surprised by something responding to my questions right now. I wonder, so the energy of wonder, of curiosity, is very much an expansive energy field that doesn't require an answer right now for the energy to be satisfied. So if you can play with these energies right now of breathing and visualizing the expansion, knowing that what you're doing is you want to be in alignment to universal energy, which has movement and expansion in it. You feel better and more expansive, more possibilities in that space. So if you do that and you start asking yourself some questions, allowing an energetic response to come in without the demand that I asked a question, I need an answer right now. What you're doing with the question is shifting your energetic flow. Shifting the energetic flow. That's what you want to do. And it will create some change, some expansiveness, some room to move, new vision, opening you up to possibilities from the unified field that exist. You want to connect with new possibility. As you connect with new possibility that's available to you from the unified field, you will begin to find new ways of being in relationship with the world. Have fun. Expand your energy. Relate to yourself as a universal being that's ever expanding, growing, changing, very dynamic. I'm with you now and always. My name is Ishtara.